Let's go! It is time to launch once again with this amazing platform that I am so happy to be able to be bringing to all my real estate community agents out there, agents from around Southwest Florida, from around other parts of the United States, and just wherever you are watching from. Welcome to our 3 p.m. meeting here at the Champions Corner. This afternoon we're talking about the infamous what? Social media. Guys, I remember when I first started embarking in social media. I remember how in 2009, when I first opened my Facebook profile, I had no clue what I was doing. But I wanted to remain relevant and I wanted to be able to learn as I went, and it was very intimidating. I remember even in looking back at my posts now from 2009, they were like so weak. I really didn't understand anything about social media. I don't think anyone really understood in 2009 the power that social media was going to have, and how in the middle of a pandemic and in the middle of a crisis around the world, it has become social media and the digital world that which is bringing us together. So guys, in this time that we're going to share together this afternoon, I want to cover with you how to remain relevant and engaged through social media. And I'm going to talk to you about some powerful platforms that you want to be utilizing. But I can't do that without first reminding you that we are in an ever-changing, ever-evolving, ever-shifting world right now. So if you're a realtor that is brand new to real estate, if you are a realtor that has been in real estate for a couple of years, or if you are a realtor that has been a top producer for many years, you know what the best part is? The best part is that when it comes to social media, it is one of the most even playing fields. I know agents that have been in business more than 20 years, 30 years, and their biggest hurdle, their biggest struggle is conquering the world of social media. I remember, like I said, when I first got into social media, I didn't know anything about relevant content. I didn't know anything about engagement. I don't think anybody knew. But guys, it is what it is. And in today's day and age, if you're going to thrive and scale in your real estate business, you've got to be connected to social media. So I want to talk about some platforms. What are the platforms? And the beauty of this is that most of these platforms, if not all of them that I'm going to share with you today, are free. Oh my God, they are free. But everyone around the world, everyone around the planet is in some type, at some level, being present in one of these platforms. And so that's what I want to talk to you today about, is how do you stay present so that people can be attracted to you? I want to remind you that you and I have a unique advantage. It's called being ourselves. It's called you being you and me being me. It's called delivering a message that no one else can deliver, wrapped up in the form, the way, the style that only we can do it. So social media is so powerful that I remember when I have met agents in my agent attraction meetings, they would walk in and say, "Oh my God, Lucy, I feel like I knew you before I met you." And that's exactly what you want to happen. So if you have questions about social media, if you have questions about what you're doing or how to do it, write them down. I always take time out at the end of the day on Tuesdays and Thursdays to read those questions, to interact with you. And so I'll be happy to share. And because we are not actually in a classroom, I can't do hands-on, but those will be coming back once we get back to normal life. So again, what is the message that you bring? When you're talking about social media, we have a couple of different platforms for you to be able to engage in. And so you need to understand who is where. So we know Facebook, everybody knows Facebook, but even within Facebook, I'm going to give you 4 different areas that you need to be constantly covering, that you need to be constantly going in and out of. It's like your buffet within Facebook. You got to be a little bit here, a little bit there. You know, when you look at influencers, across the board on social media, I mean, these people are in all the platforms, okay, consistently, all the time, engaging themselves with their audience. And so you can have someone that is, you know, in business, but then they're also engaging in other things that they do in their life, because who at the end of the day only does one thing? And so in my classes throughout the years, a lot of agents would say, but I don't want anybody seeing my personal life. I don't want anybody seeing my personal profile. It was like, oh my goodness, you know, I want to be a realtor. I want my phone to ring. I want everybody to call me. I want to sell houses to the world. But guess what? I want to be a secret agent. I don't want anybody to know anything about me. And now we realize that that's not going to happen. But you can put out there what you want the world to know and to see about you. Who are you as a person? Who are you as a mother? What do you do as a hobby? Who are you as a spouse? Who are you as a partner? Who are you as a realtor? Who are you when you're interacting in the marketplace? Who are you in your civic duties or responsibilities? Who are you as a contributor to your community? Who are you in your extracurricular activities? What makes you tick? Because whatever makes you tick, and if it's the same as I, then there's going to be a bond, there's going to be a connection. So even within Facebook, I want to remind you guys, write these down. You need to have your personal profile, and within your personal profile, oh my goodness, right now, some of you are watching me through my personal profile. Some of you are watching me through my academy page. Some of you are watching me through my professional page. Some of you are watching me through one of the groups for the marketplace that I've created. Some of you are watching me through different platforms, because in each one of those platforms, there's a different audience. And that's what I want to share with you today. That no matter, you know, what you do, that you realize that even if it's just Facebook, there's different arenas within Facebook. There's different areas within Facebook. And even within your personal profile, you could go live streaming and you can do stories. So all these different areas need to be tapped and touched, because that is where the different people, based on what they like, based on their customs of social media and what attracts them to these platforms, that's where they're going to find you. So I know that in the past, people in real estate, agents would say, because I've trained thousands of agents throughout the last 7 years, would say, oh, this is just not for me. Okay, well, guess what? This has changed. You must be present. You must be relevant. You must be engaging, you know, on one of the platforms that I'm going to share with you. So the first one, of course, is Facebook. Facebook, you want to be present on Facebook. And so here's what I want to remind you. You've got your personal profile. You've got your business page. You've got groups that you can start to create or that you can belong to. You've got stories. Those are the ones within your own page or within your own profile that are like, 15-second snippets that you can constantly put there. But when you look at the influencers, they do something very unique. There's this concept called micro attention grabbers, micro videos. They're 15 seconds, because now scientific studies have shown that adults have a shorter attention span than a goldfish. They say it's about 10 seconds, right? And now we're getting programmed into this wonderful function that we use with our one hand and one finger, right? We just constantly go like this, right? So it's like you look at people and they're constantly like this on their devices, or with their thumb, one hand, one finger, and you're just scrolling. So what happens is within the stories, yes, it's only 15 seconds, but when you go and look at influencers that have 1 million, 2 million, 3 million followers, they are putting their whole day activities into 15-second content. 15-second content. And believe it or not, a lot of people, I love watching stories of influencers, because it's like a little snippet, a little sneak peek of everything they did. But yes, we have to practice it. Yes, you're not gonna, coronavirus season is not gonna be the moment where you are gonna come out like a giant using all this, all these platforms and all these resources. You got to start practicing. But remember, it has to become part of your life. And I've been saying that since 2013. I remember when I would do classes in 2013 on how to record video, how to hold the phone. I mean, I felt like, okay, this is part of what we need to do. This is part of what business. But now, in today's day and age, right here, right now, today, this is vital. So another thing you can do is, like I said, live streaming. If you're going to do live streams, okay, like this one, there's two very important areas that you want to focus on. Number one, what is going to be your content? What is it that you're going to deliver? What are you going to talk about? Who's your audience? What are you going to say to them? What is your story? What is your message? What do you know and what have you internalized that you can go ahead and talk to people and that people will listen, okay? I can sum it up like this. And I can say it this way, and it'll be the easiest way. All you have to do is every morning wake up and say, what can I do on my social media platform to add value to my audience? Think about it. If every morning you woke up and had that thought, what can I do to add value to my audience? I think that you would start to reveal and unveil a lot of different things that you know that you can share within your platform. And if the focus is, let me deliver value, oh my goodness, you are going to begin to be relevant. And then if you ask yourself, not only what can I do to deliver value, how can I do it? What is the way? Do I sit down? Do I sit in front of the computer? Do I sit behind a table? Do I stand? How would I deliver this value to my audience? Guys, we're living in a time where I keep saying it, and this is what everyone's talking about. The givers will be the growers and the takers will fall away. The givers will be the growers and the takers will fall away. This is a season of giving. And yes, we're going through a crisis, but this crisis can become our calling. This crisis can become our career. This crisis can become that which catapults us into doing things bigger, better, in a more bolder, in a more brilliant way. So you want to think about live streams, and you need to remember that whatever you're going to do, you have to do it consistently. And just think about that. Think about, what can I do to add value to others? How can I deliver this message to add value to others? Because if you're in real estate, my friends, and my brokers, and my agents, aren't we supposed to be serving anyway? When we get into real estate, we're taking on a position. That's why it's called an essential business right now in the middle of the pandemic. In the midst of the quarantine, we are essential. So it isn't essential because everyone needs a roof over their head. So maybe you want to start talking to different segments of your audience. The next one is Instagram. Now, Instagram is a lot different. When you're on Facebook, you have your news feed. It's like a newspaper, right? There's a lot of different. But Instagram is mainly images. You can't even put like links. Because that's another thing. If you're on Facebook, you can link all your pages together and all your groups, and you can tag and add hyperlinks and all that good stuff. You can't do that on Instagram. So on Instagram, you have your feed, but you also have something that's very phenomenal. So while you're recording your videos on live, if you save them onto your device, you can then jump on Instagram and you can upload those under your IGTV. Isn't that amazing? We all have an IGTV. It's like, it reminds me of Oprah when she would do those shows and she would say, and you get an IGTV, and you get an IGTV, and you get an IGTV, and you get an IGTV. We all get an IGTV. Well, guess what? That's what Instagram did. Instagram gave all of us an IGTV. So, hey, did you know you have an IGTV? Do you know how to upload stuff to your IGTV? Do you know how long it could be for you to have content on your IGTV? Well, the average is 13 minutes. And then I know that as you grow with your content and your followers, they increase it. But it's basically 13 minutes. A 13-minute content of something that is relevant to your business, of a message, of a story, of something that you're going to use, and I can't say it enough, you're going to use to deliver value. So you have IGTV, start using it. I know that most of us just use our, on Instagram, we just take it and we do that 1 minute video that we can stop and go, but IGTV is awesome. If you haven't checked it out, that's a very valuable platform that you can start using. You also have the stories. Now, at first, Instagram gave you 15 seconds more or less, and it would stop. But now stories can keep going and going and going and going and going. And so you can do as long as you want on your IG stories. And here's the beauty. Do you know that over 35% of today's buyers are millennials? Well, guess what they love? They love Instagram. So you want to be relevant there. Okay? Moving forward, I want to remind you, you have to be present. Guys, for you to be present, you have to be, not only be there, but people want to feel your vibe. People want to feel your energy. People want to feel your message. People want to feel that you're real. People want to feel that you care. Have you ever spoken to someone, even if it's over the phone and you can't see them, and basically you don't feel like they care, right? Or like they prepared to do this, or like they took the time to put their content together? Let me give you a little secret. The days of focusing on the house when you're at the open house, the days of you focusing on, here I am, this is what I do, this is how I do it, and just showing everything else are over. Mark it down, write it down. This pandemic has come and just blown everything off the table. Do you think after this, if you go back to doing those videos where you only show the house and you see you're walking and you see the sidewalk, you see the driveway, you see the door, all you see is the camera in the house, do you think that's really going to be relevant after this whole thing is over? I don't think so. As a matter of fact, I know so. It is not. During this time, the consumer is being attracted by those that are positioned, that have pivoted, that are present, that are relevant, that are engaging, that are delivering value, that are delivering valuable content, that are making a difference. So please, please, please remember this. If you only use one of the platforms, remember the days of the same old standard. Let me show you the house and what an amazing house as a realtor, or call me, I'm your realtor of choice. Those days are over. Why? I was talking to someone today, and I think that it's if it's not already 30 days, I'm close to being 30 days in quarantine, meaning working from home. And there's people that are definitely 30 days into it. So the connection with the consumer has shifted completely. I mean, if you and I don't pivot, let me tell you, the consumer already pivoted. And they're looking for those people that have caught their attention during these last 2 or 3 weeks. Well, you know what? It's time for you to jump on the bandwagon and start to recover. Start to get in the game. Start to get in the field of social media and these platforms. So yes, you have to start practicing this, but you know what? I firmly believe that if you come from a position, a mindset, a heart of, how can I deliver value today? And you take a moment and you think, these are times for us to do a lot of thinking. Whether you use Facebook or whether you use Instagram, whether you use all the different areas in Facebook or you use IGTV or whatever, you're gonna have to contribute if you wanna be that go-to agent. How many of you wanna be the go-to agent? Let me see, if you're there, I don't know how many people are there. I can't see from here how many people are there. But if you wanna be the go-to agent, whether you're watching me now or watch me later, you have to be the most generous, the one that delivers, the one that gives. Okay? So think of, how can I deliver value to my buyers? How can I deliver value today to my sellers? How can I deliver value today to my consumers? How can I deliver value today to my marketplace? How can I deliver value today to my community? How can I deliver value today to the organizations that I belong to? How can I deliver value today to the people that are going to see me on purpose or by accident, so that they can feel attracted and then trust that I can be the go-to agent? That's what's going to happen. That is what's happening right here, right now. We are in the midst of a huge shift. There's another platform I want to talk to you about that you should be present at, and it's YouTube. I've been talking about YouTube for 6 years. YouTube gives you a huge platform that you can utilize in many different ways. Okay, I'm obviously not able to train you on YouTube, but I've trained many agents hands-on on how to build the channel, how to open the channel, how to upload to the channel. These are stuff that you're going to have to look into. Once the academy is open back again, we can do some hands-on. But guys, I wanted to give you an idea for your YouTube channel. You know, YouTube channels are great because you can do more than one. You don't have to do just one. You would have to have different email accounts for whatever you do. But whatever your hobby is, man, you could be... I remember seeing, I don't know if anybody has seen this, but you can look them up. The singing doctor, the singing dentist. There's this dentist that everything he does, he like takes one of the most, trendiest song, and then he adds his own dental dental lyrics to it, and he's become like an online sensation. You can take any idea. So whatever hobbies you have, you can utilize and create a YouTube channel for that. Or you can also create a YouTube channel for the other things that you do. Or you can have one YouTube channel and then create all your playlists there. But video blogs are super, people love to watch videos. People love to watch videos. It'll give people an opportunity to get to know more of you and what you do and how you do it. So maybe you're into, I don't know, some type of hobby. Maybe you're into some type of volunteer work. Whatever it is, go out there, record it, save it, upload it to your YouTube channel. Let the world see that there's more to you than just real estate. Let the world see that there's more to you than just telling them I am your realtor of choice. Let the world see that there's more to you than just asking for the order, that you are a contributor, that you are a giver. Now, I remember when I first got into real estate, and I had no idea how I was going to make money. And then I started learning a little bit here and there, right? Like we all do. And I had this thought. I had this crazy thought. I'm like, okay, if I can take and have a meeting with one buyer, and then they tell me, yes, I'd like to buy, and yes, we would like to use you to buy our home. What if I started to invite a group of buyers? A group of buyers. So I had this crazy idea. The only problem was I had no money. So I had to be very creative. And I found out that if I went to the libraries, right? If I went to the library, they would allow me to utilize their meeting room, their workshop room, their seminar room, which was big, as long as it was a community service. And I started doing first-time home buyer workshops. I started doing first-time home buyer seminars. And you're going to say, well, Lucy, but I can't go to the library now. Of course you cannot. I know that. But there's a platform called what? Zoom. There's also a platform called Blue Jeans. There's also a platform called Be Live, where you can start delivering your own seminars and workshops to your group of people. You don't have to. Listen, there are people that are going to utilize this crisis, this chaos, this uncertainty as their excuse. Okay? And there are people like you and I that are going to take this crisis and this uncertainty and look at it like our opportunity. Our number one opportunity, not to become something that we're not, but maybe to be more of what we have already been. So these workshops, are very good. Look into them. That's another platform. In closing, we're winding down now. We're almost 30 minutes in, so that's what I want to deliver. We have a couple of minutes left, but if you're good at blogging, if you love writing, because, you don't like videos, you're traumatized about the way you look, you don't like your voice because you're traumatized about the way you sound, then blogging. If you love writing and you're a good writer, start blogging and putting this content into different blogging platforms that you can create. I mean, Pinterest is full. Pinterest is the #1 social media site for housewives and mothers with children. So you can do your blogs on there. Now, if you don't like writing and you don't like video because you don't like the way you look, but you're okay with your voice, then start a podcast. As a matter of fact, Androids and Apple devices, you even get like a location where you can go look up podcasts. Go get ideas. Go search for real estate podcasts. Real estate podcasts, realtor podcasts. And get ideas from other agents around the nation, around the world, wherever they are, on how they're doing their podcasts. And maybe podcasts will become your #1 platform because you can take that and share it with the world. So I've given you, several different platforms and ideas so that you can stay relevant in these days and times. But I have to close out with reminding you this. Whatever platform you decide to choose, please make sure that every day, every morning, in every way that you possibly can, focus on bringing value to those people that hear you, to those people that see you. We all have a different gift. I believe that during this pandemic, during this crisis, it is the best time for you and I to rediscover ourselves or discover ourselves and start to live not just a life with a purpose, but give your business a purpose. Give it a meaning that is bigger than you. Man, when I got into real estate, and I keep going back to when I got into real estate because that's my humble, teeny weeny, microscopic beginnings. If anyone would have told me, Lucy, you are going to be delivering live coaching trainings on this huge platform that people can see throughout the world, I would not have believed it because I was just dying to put my first deal together. I was just, worried about, was I going to make it in real estate? I was so consumed with not knowing what to do that's why today I love doing this because I have been there. I have done that. I have made a lot of money in real estate. I survived the market crash. I was out there like a little poodle in the ocean without a raft, bloop, 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 thinking that I was going to sink. But there was something within me that kept me going, that would not let me quit. And that's what I want to remind you, that you need to be the voice of your industry. You need to be the voice for your audience. You need to be the voice for your sphere of influence. You need to be the voice that people will recognize and say, you know what? This person is good. Not because they show me the house, not because they say, call me, call me, call me, but because they have proven to care. They have proven to be consistent. They have proven to be committed. I know this person's voice in the real estate community. I know this person's voice as a buyer agent, as a listing agent. I trust this person because I have heard their voice. So my question is this: who is hearing your voice? The kids at home while you scream because they're not doing their homework. Moms, oh my goodness, I feel you. But you know what? You could still do it despite the fact that now we've had to become school teachers. So be the voice. You need to be the voice in your community, in your segment of the population, in your sphere, in your area, in your arena. We all have an arena that the infinite intelligence power has given us. That is our arena. Be the voice there for real estate. Be the voice there as a broker. Be the voice there as a servant to the real estate community. And last but not least, you be the message. You be the messenger. You be the one to bring the good news, the way out, the new ideas, the new strategies. Here's what we can do. Here's how we can do it. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going on that's still good. There's still good things happening in the midst of this crazy crisis. There are still good things happening. You know, you can rise and shine every morning, or you can rise and whine every morning. What will you decide to do? Be the messenger. Reach out to people. Reach out to all your customers. Go contact hunting and don't tell them, do you want to buy? Do you want to sell? No. Say, hi, this is Lucy. We met in the past. I was just calling to touch base. How can I serve you today? Oh my goodness. Be the messenger of good news. Guys, it has been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure. I will see you next Tuesday again for another one of our Champions Corner, 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. And Thursday, I will see my Latino community, and we will enjoy all these great ideas, concepts, and insights in our own Latino language. God bless, guys.